In just a few days, the US Mint is going to be releasing a new product, and if you buy one of these and you get one of the special versions, it could make you a ton of money. I'm going to break it all down for you right now.
So I went down to the water and found my fate, because I don't wanna be stuck in the good old days. That's when you say, I swear you ain't seen nothing yet.
The new Cross and Flag gold bars, exclusively at sdbullion.com. Thank you so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it. Here we are at the United States Mint website. We're going to be talking about this product right here, which is coming out in just 4 days. So you could click on Learn More, or you could go to the product schedule. If you don't know, the US Mint puts out the schedule of all the coins and things they're going to release for the year, and they've recently updated it with more information on this product. So they're calling this the 230th anniversary flowing hair silver medal. It's 230 years after the flowing hair dollar was released. So it came out in 1794. And this is sort of a modern reproduction. Now, this is going to cost $104, and it's only 1 ounce of silver. So it's not cheap, but it's going to be released October 15th, 2024 at 12 o'clock noon Eastern. So if you live on the west coast of America, like me, it's coming out at 9 a.m. So mark that on your calendar, because there is a potential to 10x your money with these metals. I'm not joking. To resell them for over $1,000. I asked Adrian at the coin shop over at Harry's what he thought they would go for on the secondary market, and he said if you get one of the special editions with the privy mark, I'm going to talk about that in a second, he thinks you could easily sell it for over $1,000. And I think a lot of other collectors agree this is going to be a very rare, very collectible piece, at least for a short period of time after the release. There's a lot of hype when they first come out. Sometimes that'll die down. So we'll talk about that more in a second. But let's look at some of the features here. The mintage limit is only 75,000, so this is considerably smaller than the mintage limit for the Morgan and Peace dollars, which get released every year. I want to point out those have not sold out for this year, and I think the mintage on those was 275,000. So it's a smaller mintage. That's first thing I want to point out. The second thing is that all 75,000 of these are not going to be made available to the general public when these are released, because less than 10% of them, I'm going to call it maybe 8 or 9%, went to the authorized purchasers from the bulk purchase program. So if you don't know, the United States Mint will sell up to 10% of these items to dealers before the coins are actually released. So dealers can buy these early. They did not buy the full 10%. I talked to the US Mint. They said less than 10% of these were sold early. So I don't know what that means as far as the hype goes or anything like that, but there's going to be about 68 or 69,000 of these made available on the release date. Now, for the total mintage of 75,000, 1,794 of the metals will feature a 230 privy mark, and those are the ones you want to get. If you get the 230 privy mark, that is your golden ticket. It's your lucky day, because those are the ones that are going to be much more expensive than the rest of them. I just want to show you, they have some photos here with the privy mark. You could see right there, the little 230. So that's what you're hoping to get. The chances of you getting one of those are about 2.4%. So 1 in 42 people will actually get the medals with the privy mark. And I talked to the US Mint about the ones they sent out early and if any of those contain the privy mark, and they said that it's random and they don't know. But I then contacted a dealer who bought some of these coins early, and they let me know that they did in fact receive some of them with the privy mark. So we know it's completely random. Some of the privy marked ones are already out there with the dealers, but it is possible that you could get one yourself. Now, of the privy marked coins, here's the wild card. 230 of them will include a certificate of authenticity signed by United States Mint Director Ventris C. Gibson. So if you get one of the signed COAs, it's kind of unknown how much value that's going to add to your piece. I mean, I suppose if they're numbered and you get the number 1 COA, it's probably going to add a lot of value. I don't know if that's going to be a $5,000 medal or a $10,000 medal. I have no idea. It just depends on what the market wants to pay for something like that. Now, I was reading the US Coin Forum to see what other people had to say about this release, and they're calling it the US Mint 2024 Lottery because there's such a small chance that you could actually get one of the special editions, but they're saying things like, I think they would be worth lots of money later on. This guy down here says, maybe if you are a big flipper dealer who has 50 people who can buy for them, you have a good chance. If these were coins, there would be even more serious attempts to get a score. I don't care about certs signed by whoever running the mint and is making all this stuff up, but the privy is collectible, at least for a while. They will be worth what someone is willing to pay for them, and early high prices usually fall. So let's take a look at eBay. Here's all of the sold listings for these metals, and I'm assuming most of these are dealers that got the coins on early release. They're getting them graded, and then they're selling them early on eBay. So I don't know if they even have the coins in hand yet, but this is NGC early release, sold for $239. That's a perfect grade, but it does not have the privy. This one is ungraded, $129. So even if you don't get the privy mark, will you be able to make your money back selling these on eBay? That certainly seems possible. This one, $595. I don't know who's paying that much for this advanced release perfect grade. That kind of seems crazy to me because this doesn't have the privy either. Here's $200 for NGC graded perfect. 132 ungraded. This one is almost $400. It's a CAC perfect grade. So these slabs, people pay extra money for the advanced delivery, first strike, first day of issue. That's kind of all gimmicky. I'm not really into that. But hey, people pay up for it. So if you wanted to get yours graded, if it does come back a perfect grade, maybe you could get a little bit more money for it. Now, this one here I wanted to talk about. This sold listing was actually an accident, and I called the guy who put this coin up. You can see this one does have the privy mark in the photo, and they sold it for $395. And then when you go down to the description, they actually say that it has the 230th anniversary privy mark, features a special 230 privy mark celebrating the 230th anniversary of the original flowing hair dollar, symbolizing a key moment in U.S. coinage history. So the reason they said that, and the photo had the privy on it, was because when the mint initially released the information about these coins, they were saying that all of them would have the privy mark. This is one of the sloppiest releases that the US Mint has ever done. If we go back to the website, you can see clearly now they have the information about the privy marks and the COAs, but none of this information was on the website for weeks. I'm telling you, the US Mint was so sloppy. All they had was a picture of the coins with the privy mark on them for the longest time, and only recently have they updated it with all of the new information. So this is kind of crazy how it's all unfolded, but I do think there's going to be a huge market for the privy marked ones, and I think it's going to be a chance to really 10x your money on these. Now, there is another version coming out on November 14th, and this is the 1 ounce gold coin. I believe it's going to be the same design essentially, and there's no information about a special privy marked gold coin or anything. These are going to be a mintage of 17,500. We don't know the price, but it's going to be high. I mean, it's going to be really high. If we look at the proof buffaloes, those are 3,500, so probably going to be more than that. And one weird thing about these coins is look at the denomination: 100 cents, $1, or unit. That's going to be on the edge of the gold coin. That is such a weird denomination, but I guess it's kind of the old-timey way of saying 100 cents, $1, or unit. I mean, that's just so weird. So this is kind of new information that just came out, I think, a couple of days ago. So they're going to update this later with pictures and everything, and maybe there'll be a special privy marked gold one, but I kind of doubt it. And just so you could see, the gold ones are being offered on eBay for $6,700. So, but that's a perfect grade early release one or whatever. So I don't know how much the regular ones are going to go for. Maybe like 4,000 or 5,000. It's just so hard to know how well those are going to do. I think you're going to have better luck on the silver. And speaking of luck, you will need to be lucky if you buy one of these to get the one with the privy mark. Again, only about 2.4% of the coins will have the privy mark. I like the idea of calling this the US Mint 2024 lottery, because that's essentially what it is. Back at the US Coin Forum, this guy breaks it down even more. He says 97.6% chance that you get no privy mark, 2.08% chance that you get the privy, and 0.3% chance that you get the privy and the signed COA. So most likely you're not going to get anything special at all. So there you have it. It's kind of up to you if you want to try and go for it or not. I think trying to resell these on eBay after the fact will be difficult if you don't have a special privy one. I don't know if you're going to be able to get the $104 back. I'm sure the Mint won't be taking any returns. So again, it's a little bit of a gamble. This is such a weird thing that the US Mint is doing, but it is an opportunity for some people, albeit not that many, to actually score big. So at least they're doing something. They're trying to mix it up. They're trying to have fun with it. Let me know what you think about all of this down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.